What if happiness wasn't something we had to chase, but something we could uncover within ourselves? In a world that constantly tells us to seek fulfillment through success, possessions, or validation, it's easy to forget that true happiness doesn't live out there. It lives in here, inside our own thoughts, our actions, and our mindset. Buddhist teachings remind us of this timeless truth. The Buddha didn't promise riches or quick fixes. He offered something far deeper, a path to inner peace, a quiet joy that doesn't depend on what we have, but how we live and how we see the world. In today's video, we're going to explore 8 simple yet transformative Buddhist principles, each one a guiding light that can shift the way you approach your life. These aren't just ideas, they're practices you can start using today to create a deeper sense of happiness and peace. So take a breath, let go of everything calling for your attention, and let's begin this journey inward, toward the happiness that's always been waiting inside you. Principle 1. Live in the present. Have you ever noticed how often your mind drifts to the past or races toward the future? Regret, worry, what ifs, and what's next. They pull us in every direction except where we are. But the Buddha said something simple and profound. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This moment, right here, right now, is the only one we truly have. So much of our suffering comes from reliving old pain or fearing what hasn't happened yet. But peace lives in the now. When we slow down and truly arrive in the present, even ordinary moments become extraordinary. A sip of tea, a breeze on the skin, a deep breath, all can bring joy when we're truly here for them. Think of it like this. The present is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Living in the moment doesn't mean ignoring the past or future. It means not letting them steal your life away. What would your day feel like if you gave yourself fully to this moment, without distraction or resistance? Try it, right now. Breathe, and be here. Principle 2. Practice compassion. Compassion isn't just about being nice. It's about seeing yourself in others. It's the quiet power of a heart that chooses understanding over judgment, kindness over indifference. There's a story of a young monk who was burdened by guilt from his past and fear of what the future might bring. One day, his teacher pointed to a tree outside and said, "Look at that tree. It doesn't worry about what was or what might be. It simply stands, rooted, fully present." And slowly, the monk began to see. Peace comes when we let go and open our hearts. When we offer compassion to others and to ourselves, we create space for healing. We're no longer trapped in our own pain. Instead, we connect. We lift someone's burden. We remind them they're not alone. And in doing so, we remind ourselves of our own strength and softness. The Buddha taught that helping others brings happiness not just to them, but to us. It's a joy that multiplies, a light that spreads. So ask yourself, where can I be a little softer today? Who around me might just need a kind word, a listening ear, or a moment of grace? Compassion is how we return to wholeness. Principle 3. Embrace simplicity. In a world that measures success by how much we have, simplicity might seem like going against the current. But the Buddha taught that the root of suffering is attachment, and much of our attachment stems from wanting more stuff, more status, more validation. But what if less was actually more? Simplicity doesn't mean lack. It means clarity. It means letting go of the clutter, both physical and emotional, so we can see what really matters. A quiet morning, a meaningful conversation, The peace of knowing you're already enough, without the constant chase. There's a certain freedom in choosing to live with less. Less distraction, less comparison, less noise. And in that space, contentment can finally breathe. Think of it like this. When your hands aren't full of things you're clinging to, you can finally receive what life is offering. Start small. Simplify a space in your home. Say no to what drains you. Reconnect with the joy of what's already here. The path to peace isn't found in adding more. It's often found in letting go. Are you willing to release what's weighing you down? Principle 4. Detach from desire. Desire can be a powerful motivator, but left unchecked, it becomes a never-ending hunger. The Buddha taught that craving is one of the main causes of suffering. Why? Because the more we chase, the more we believe happiness is always just out of reach. There's a story of a man obsessed with wealth. No matter how much he gained, it was never enough. One day, a wise elder said to him, "Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip it, the more it slips through your fingers." And it's true. When we cling to our desires, we only push happiness further away. Detachment isn't about giving up on life or ambition. It's about no longer being ruled by them. When we stop tying our worth to things that constantly change, we find something steady within us. A peace that isn't swayed by gain or loss. Think of all the energy we spend trying to control, to possess, to achieve. What might happen if we loosened our grip? Just a little. In letting go, we open up. We make room for calm, for clarity, for joy. Because sometimes the more you let go, the more you truly gain. Principle 5. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a way of seeing the world with open eyes and an open heart. The Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful. If we didn't learn much today, at least we learned a little. If we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." It's a powerful reminder that even in the hardest moments, there's something worth appreciating. Gratitude shifts our focus. Instead of constantly scanning for what's missing, we begin to notice what's already here. A kind word, a warm meal, a moment of silence. And when we do that, happiness starts to grow, not from outside circumstances, but from within. Think about your own day. What's one thing, just one, you might be overlooking that deserves a quiet thank you? You don't have to wait for life to be perfect to feel grateful. Gratitude makes life feel more whole, even when it's messy. Start with what you have. Celebrate the small, and you'll find, over time, that nothing in your life is too small to matter. Principle 6. Practice mindfulness in daily life. Mindfulness isn't just something we do on a meditation cushion. It's a way of being. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is the path to the deathless. Heedlessness is the path to death. In other words, when we live with awareness, we truly live. When we drift through life on autopilot, we miss what matters most. Think about how many moments pass you by unnoticed, brushing your teeth, walking to the car, eating a meal. Now imagine if each of those could become a doorway to presence. Mindfulness means paying full attention to what you're doing while you're doing it, without judgment, without rushing. When you wash the dishes, you just wash the dishes. When you listen to someone, you really listen. It's simple, but it's not always easy. Our minds love to wander, but each time we gently return to the present, we strengthen our inner clarity and calm. Start small. Take one mindful breath before a meeting. Eat your next meal without your phone. Notice the sounds around you right now. In a noisy world, mindfulness is the quiet that helps us hear ourselves again. And in that quiet, happiness begins to rise. Principle 7. Meditate daily. In a world that moves fast and rarely pauses, meditation is an act of quiet rebellion. It's how we come home to ourselves. A young monk once asked his teacher, "How do I find peace?" The teacher replied simply, "Sit still, quiet your mind, let go of everything, and listen." That's meditation. Not about forcing silence, but gently observing, letting the thoughts come and go like clouds drifting across a vast sky. When we meditate, we give the mind space to settle. We stop chasing, reacting, doing, and we just are. And in that stillness, we start to hear something deeper, our own clarity, our own wisdom, our own peace. You don't need hours. Even 5 minutes a day can create powerful shifts. Try sitting in silence. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it all go. With time, you may notice you're less reactive, more centered, more present. Not because life has changed, but because you have. Meditation isn't an escape. It's a return. A return to the part of you that was never lost, just hidden beneath the noise. Are you willing to meet yourself in that stillness? Principle 8. Follow the middle way. Life is full of extremes, overworking or withdrawing, overindulging or depriving, chasing too much or giving up completely. But the Buddha taught a different path, the middle way, a path of balance, of moderation, of wisdom. He discovered it after living both as a prince, surrounded by luxury, and as an ascetic, starving in the forest. Neither brought lasting peace. What did? A life in balance. The middle way doesn't mean living without passion or ambition. It means not letting those things control you. It's about honoring your needs without falling into excess, about making space for rest and effort, solitude and connection, simplicity and joy. Think of it like walking a tightrope. If you lean too far in either direction, you fall. But with steadiness, awareness, and trust, you move forward with grace. So ask yourself, where might your life be out of balance right now? Are you pushing too hard? Avoiding something important? What would it look like to return to center? True happiness doesn't live in the extremes. It lives in the quiet space between. That's the middle way. And in that middle path, we find freedom. So often we search for happiness in the outer world, chasing success, relationships, or milestones, hoping they'll finally bring us peace. But the Buddha's wisdom gently points us inward, reminding us that what we truly seek has been within us all along. These 8 principles, living in the present, practicing compassion, embracing simplicity, letting go of desire, cultivating gratitude, moving mindfully, meditating daily, and walking the middle way, aren't just teachings, they're tools. Gentle guides to help us navigate the chaos of life with clarity, with calm, and with courage. You don't have to master them all today. Start small. Choose one. Practice it, live it, and let it reshape the way you see the world. Over time, you'll discover that peace isn't something you chase. It's something you remember. Thank you for being here. If this message spoke to you, consider subscribing for more reflections rooted in Buddhist wisdom, mindful living, and the journey inward. And as you go back into your day, may you walk with softness, with strength, and with the quiet knowing that happiness isn't far. It's already inside you.